So that's one of my pre-recorded mono reel-to-reel tapes. I wanted to talk a bit about these because they can be a cheap way of getting into pre-recorded reel-to-reels. They're only 3 3/4 inches per second, and they're twin track mono, meaning you have basically side A and side B, and there's no stereo sound. But despite the lack of stereo, they are incredibly good mono sounding tapes, and they're not all that expensive. The most I've ever paid for any of these would have been about £15 and no more, some of them cheaper. I've got over 100 of these now of all different styles. I've just picked out some to show you the sort of thing you can get on them. And if you want to collect reel-to-reel tapes for the sound quality, then these aren't a bad option. They were made from the late 50s to the early 70s, spanning the whole of the 60s. So pretty much anything that you can think of that was in the 60s at some point was probably released in this format. The mistake people make when they try and play these tapes back is they use a 4-track tape recorder, and it only is reading half of the information with that track layout, head layout. You need a twin track mono machine, such as this Grundig here. This is their answer to the Ewer portable recorder. If you look online, you'll find some history about this. This is the TK3200, and it's been in a few other videos that I've done. But this is a very good quality twin track mono recorder, and plays these tapes back wonderfully. What I will do is I will put a link in the description, and I will upload a whole track recorded off one of these tapes, so you can hear the sound quality for yourself. Of course, you'll be hearing it digitized, so it won't be quite as good, but it'll give you an idea of how good these tapes do sound if you use the right recorder. There are lots of other tape recorders you can use. This one is a late 70s one, so actually I can connect it to the computer. At the moment I've got it connected to this nice Grundig Melody Boy radio, which gives far better bass than the little tiny speaker that's built into it. But I will use this machine to play it back and record on the computer for the uploaded video, which will be after this video goes up. So keep a lookout for that one. As I said, I'll put a link in the description so you can hear. So yes, these are quite varied in the different genres of music that they do. This is a Beach Boys one. It's the Animals. They do vary in recording quality, I've noticed. Some of them are recorded better than others. The ones in these jewel cases are later, but this is just to give you an idea of the types of things you can get on them, types of music you can get on them. Now the Beatles ones are quite expensive. I was lucky with it when I picked this one up, but these ones are the ones that command a lot of money because people collect obviously anything to do with the Beatles. And the reason why is because, like I said, the mono sound quality is very good. But yes, there are very different types of tape recorders you want. Not a lot of people are interested in mono tape machines, mainly because they want stereo. But of course, a stereo machine will play back these tapes, but you're not going to get all of the information recorded on the tape off, which is what you want in order to get the best sound quality. So it is a relatively cheap way of getting into reel-to-reel tape recording and pre-recorded tapes. I've got a nice Grundig machine here. This is one of the other machines you could actually get to play these tapes on. This one comes in a nice leather case, which I'll just undo. I've restored this one. This is not for somebody's You can't just buy one of these and hope for the best that it'll work. This one needed quite a lot of restoration because it has the it's not auto reversing, but it means you don't have to. It's a manual reverse. It just means the tape will play back in both directions, so you don't need to change the spools over. But the mono tape recorders at the moment, as I said, aren't really making a lot of money. Just to show you the inside of this one. This one will take 7-inch reels. It has 3 speakers, 1 at the front and 2 at the sides, with their Grundig's 3D sound system, and sounds very good for playing back these mono tapes. But you don't need anything quite as old as this. This one is from, I think this one is 1955. You don't need anything quite as old as that. But all you're looking for is something that's mono. It has to be mono, twin track mono, and then you'll get the sound quality. So yes, I shall upload now a video of the audio quality, and you can sort of hear it for yourself. But yes, if you want to get into pre-recorded reel-to-reels and not spend a lot of money, you can't go much wrong with these. The quality of the recordings, as I said, varies enormously, and you've got to hope that you get one where somebody hasn't wiped all the information off the tape, because there's no really way of stopping these being recorded over other than you pressing the record button. So on some of them, I have bought some in the past and they've just been wiped, or other people's voices have been recorded on them. But most of the time they haven't been. So I just thought I'd share this information. If you want to listen to high quality mono recordings, these are very good. And do check the uploaded video out to assess the sound quality.